Two brothers.
Bring Fantastic.
It on. Two brothers.
Hey, yo, it's the Two Brothers.
Two brothers. Welcome to the Two Brothers podcast.
When I started. All right. Bringing everybody in here. It's the Boise Podcast Network. You're listening to the Two Brothers podcast. We got Adam and Alex here today, and we have a guest today. We've already previewed this guest once before on a earlier podcast. You know, we told you he was coming. So we have Red with us today.
You guys announced that I was going to be on here.
Yeah, we knew.
You're a big guest.
Wow.
Anticipation rising.
I think this is our biggest get so far. It's just
like a
improving. Every guest is just more and more of an explosive and exciting guest that's getting a lot of hype.
We had tweets about this guy. They were like, When's this guy coming on?
And he's finally here.
Yeah, and here he is.
So Red, what's up, man?
Still alive.
You're
Keeping
still alive?
on.
Did you almost die?
No. I worked all day.
It would be cool if you almost died and you had a story about how you almost died. Try to set you up for that
When was the
almost
last time
death
you almost
story.
died, Red?
I don't know if
Tuesday.
I should
Have you
divulge
ever-
that right now.
Have you ever almost died?
Several times.
Really?
Back in the day.
Probably.
Any that you want to explore?
Living our crazy
Not
lives.
right now.
Not yet. Okay, he's not ready to talk
It's
about
too
your death.
You just dive right into the intimacy.
All right, so
Like
I
it's just
drug
a
him into
fucking
deep
pool
water
of
right away.
nothing.
I need to see if he can swim. So then let's talk about the big story of the day.
Can't suck off a baby.
Big story of the day: LeBron James going back to Cleveland.
To Cali?
Red, did you know that?
I didn't know he was going back to Cleveland.
Did you know
Like,
he
on
knew
the
he was
team,
thinking
or
about
he's
it?
going back to just hang out in Cleveland for a
No,
while?
he's joining the
He
team.
just slums it up there.
I found out this
Doesn't go house or
afternoon
anything.
from Twitter.
No fucks given.
Twitter told me about it when it said 44 people just followed King James, and I was like, oh, I bet James just said something cool. And yeah, he had his decision. He's going to Cleveland to play with his old team, the Cavaliers, and try to win some championships for Cleveland now.
I bet he was working on that letter for about 2 years.
You know he didn't
Maybe
write
as
that.
soon as he left. Probably just had it typed up.
Do you think he actually wrote his have you seen the letter? Like that little Sports
yeah,
Illustrated?
it's pretty long and elaborate.
I read the title. Did you
I
read?
had sportscasters read me highlights of the essay.
Is it
Yeah.
handwritten?
No, it's
Typed up.
he just all he
Lazy
did was put out
bastard.
a link on his Twitter to a Sports Illustrated page that had his like reasoning for the decision.
He's a very smart man.
We're gonna try to break down that letter, even though none of us read it.
He probably didn't write it.
Yeah, I don't
Read
think
it
so.
on Reddit. Shout out to Reddit.
Do you think he's gonna win any championships in Cleveland?
He'll win all of the championships, I think,
What do you think, Red?
and then he'll bake
Any
with
idea?
them.
I don't know about the rest of the Cleveland team.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Do you know anybody on Cleveland?
Oh yeah, the whole lineup. Let's start from the beginning. Kyrie, the man Irving, superstar point guard, giving no fucks at all. It's just him and LeBron could like jack each other off
You-
for a championship.
So you think how many games did Cleveland win last year?
They were like
They
a
didn't
little
make the
bit below
playoffs.
500.
Yeah, they didn't even make
Just
the playoffs.
like 10 below 500.
Like Miami was a good team when LeBron James joined them.
Was he?
Weren't they? Fuck, I don't know.
How were they?
Maybe.
Well, I guess they did just win a championship. Like
I would be
3
willing to
years
bet they were
before that.
better.
They were okay when they had Shaquille.
That's right. And Cobes.
I don't know what we're talking about now.
All right. I think I know what happened there. We lost track of time.
What time is it?
So it's Friday. It's Friday, end
It
of
is
the work
Friday.
day.
That is the time now.
I just got off work.
Everybody's just getting out of work, hopefully. Unless you have work in the morning and you suck.
Unless you're a jack off and work early.
But
All
yeah.
those construction people are still working out there.
Are
They'll
they?
they'll
They
be
are
starting
still
pretty
working.
But it's
soon.
hot as fuck out there, too.
Yeah.
I would not want to be outside right now.
Nope. Fuck it.
You guys are lazy.
Dude, we're
Fair.
doing work.
Sitting in here doing
We're
podcasts.
working. This is our
Sunny day
second.
out there.
This is our second or third job, depending on how you look at it.
What's your second job?
We don't talk about that on a podcast.
Pirate
Nice.
masturbation.
Can't talk about my jobs on
You're
the
a
podcast.
prostitute now?
Very serious
Pirate
business.
prostitute.
Now everybody's gonna want to look him up. Now it's a thing. Now we got
They're
to.
gonna find him. They're gonna find the
we're
one
still
brother.
not telling. We're still not telling. A
One
secret identity remains.
I'm glad you guys have other jobs, not just your 9 to 5, though. Seriously, that's
We-
important to me.
Super money, dude.
Oh, I thought you were talking about this. I was gonna say we could probably make this our only job.
This is my only job.
All right, I want you guys to quit your jobs and only do this for currency.
We just have people come over every day and just have a different day be a podcast
homeless
day.
people.
Yeah, it's homeless
vagrants.
people. That's
You guys,
what I'm saying.
we're breaking one of the cardinal rules of podcasting right now
Are we
by talking about our
homeless?
future podcast plans on our podcast.
God.
Apparently, that makes people want to stab their eyes out with daggers when
Dude,
they
my
hear
hope
a bunch of
someone
fuckers
fucking
talking about what they're
smash that
gonna
with
do later
Fuck my
on their
eyes.
podcast. Who wants to listen to that? So,
I'll tune in.
no.
You guys
hope
got an
you
idea
do.
for a podcast.
My podcast idea is I have podcasts with people who have ideas about starting podcasts.
That's a winner.
We're gonna call it podcast.
I would call it banks of money.
idea podcast. I don't
Never
know.
leave.
Can't keep going with that. We need to I think hit our first break. We're gonna utilize
Oh shit.
our music
I forgot.
to take us to the first break.
Here we go.
I think we made it through this fairly unscathed. Oh, we're gonna take you out with a little bit of smooth
It's
beats.
a jazzy tune.
Some smooth beats to take you out.
But very unsteady for the first go round. My yellow in this case is not so mellow. In fact, I'm
All right. Two Brothers Podcast is back on. We're here for the second session of the evening, Friday, July 11th. It's a hot as fuck day out there.
It's still Friday, dude.
It is still Friday.
Still Friday.
It's the start of the weekend.
Still blowjobs.
So let's talk about some drugs since it's going to be the weekend.
Drugs.
We're going to talk about scary drugs that get you
Scary
all the
drugs?
time.
Scary
Yeah.
drugs.
We got our coffee.
Coffee.
Today?
I was going to say coffee's pretty
That's a
scary.
bitch drug.
I had coffee. I had my post-workout creatine.
For a
I had
bitch.
my pre-workout. I had some bullshit. to wake
Creatine's not
me
a
up.
drug, is it?
I think it's considered a drug.
It's naturally occurring. How is it?
All
a drug?
drugs are naturally occurring.
Yeah.
Are they?
Definitely.
Name a drug that's not natural.
LSD.
That comes from like fungus and stuff.
Does it?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, dude, we got the drug expert on
you
the
guys are such
podcast here.
boners. Let's hear about it.
Well, acid
It
being
can be
from-
derived from wormwood, right?
No.
That's why they eat the worm, right?
In that tequila shot?
Yeah. Isn't that wormwood? No, you eat
No,
the
that's
cork.
not wormwood.
The cork is wormwood in tequila.
No, it's not.
You never heard of that?
I've never heard of
You
that.
eat the cork of the tequila bottle with the worm in it.
Like some shantytown Mexican shit.
Yeah.
Shanty
It
Mexies.
fucks you up. It's like peyote.
That's a good
It's a
drug.
different
Pretty
drug.
much the same.
Different.
You don't like peyote, Alex?
You think tequila is like peyote?
Yeah. Well, no, the tequila cork
The
with
cork,
the
you gotta eat the
worm.
cork.
Oh, okay.
Tequila
the lid of the
cork.
tequila is like peyote.
And the worm has been shitting in there, and that absorbs. So you get the worm shit. That's your fungi,
Damn,
and then you got the
Mexicans, dude.
cork.
I don't think you
It's
traditionally
the
cork
mechanism.
tequila.
It binds with the cork, and then your digestive system takes that cork and puts it in your bloodstream.
Sounds like bullshit, man.
You guys don't believe me, do you?
You gotta Google
It
that.
sounds like you just fucking stumbled upon a fucking site about hand job.
He's going way too hard right now, you guys. I can't believe what I'm seeing. So our drug conversation, we wanted to talk about how pretty much
Total
drugs are
success.
everywhere. Anything you do is a drug. The war on drugs is pretty silly when you got drugs everywhere, but there's just a couple drugs that we keep super legal and you die if you have them, but all the rest of the drugs we pretty much have all the time, constantly.
All the cool ones. No.
How many drugs do you think you've had today?
500 drugs.
Yeah, like 7 probably.
Like, if you can count them off?
Like coffee. I don't know. I can only think of coffee.
Did you go to the gym today?
No.
No gym. The gym, if you're into fitness, you take a lot of extra drugs. A lot of extra drugs. You got your protein. That's totally a drug.
Drug of choice.
When I was gonna get my tonsils out, they said, "Do you take any supplements?" And I said, "Yeah." And they go, "You can't take any for 2 weeks before we have the surgery." And I go, "What about protein powder?" And they go, "No, you can't take your protein powder."
I think they're full of shit.
So
Being
is
extra careful.
that nurse at that fucking tonsil removing place an idiot?
Yes.
Oh.
Most nurses are idiots.
That is
Yeah.
true.
Okay, let's slam nurses then.
Slam.
Slamming nurses time.
Get
Yeah.
ready for some feedback.
Nurses are never hot.
Not even
Rarely.
if their titties are large.
Only if
They're
they're a
milky.
gay guy. Gay nurses are hot. Gay guy nurses are hot.
Gay guy nurses are
like,
hot.
Like hot guys.
Hot guy nurse.
Not saying that I'm attracted to them, but like
I think that's
gay
what you're
guys are
saying.
usually hot.
Gay guys. Gay guys are very superficial.
Now this sounds really like I'm gay after I said that.
Yeah, man, you're going off somewhere weird.
So
He's
let's
just coming out.
somebody reel me in.
Back to fucking gayland.
Back to the moon. Back to the moon.
The game.
Rainbow City.
Oh, this is
They
such a
just called.
giggle fest city over here.
What's going on?
God damn it.
Adam, you smoke too much weed
Yeah,
in this
you took too
podcast.
many drugs on this podcast.
Yeah, what are you doing?
You guys are putting all the pressure on me to come up with such cool drug stories.
If
when I
weed
don't
was
even-
illegal, this wouldn't happen.
I don't
Yeah.
even do drugs.
Pot.
You guys are the drug
Marijuana.
guys.
We're drug guys.
We're pro
Aren't you?
marijuana, pro
drug guys?
all drugs legal,
Are you pro all drugs legal?
just like Portugal.
We are pro all drugs legal, even
Just like
meth.
Portugal, right?
Yeah,
Just
anything.
like
You can do whatever you want, man.
I think they did it and nobody fucking went to hell or anything.
Yeah, they like had a bunch of their addiction rates went down like more than half or something, right? Or close to half.
Yeah, and their
50%.
crime didn't
Crime
increase.
didn't
That's
increase,
weird.
It went down or something like that, right?
Yeah.
I think.
No, that's right.
I read
Dude,
something
drugs
about
are like
that.
the most crazy thing ever, though. You can't do them.
My dad's totally against that though, because he doesn't know a lot about drugs. He hasn't done his homework on it.
What does he say?
I don't know. The way I talked to him about it is like, you can't really fight a lot of human nature, so you should probably, instead of trying to put people in cages for things that they're going to do anyways, try to accommodate some kind of system that would allow it.
Yeah, exactly. Have it be under control.
Right. And he's just like, oh, no, a crackhead's going to break into my house and blah, blah, and all this other shit.
Rape
But
my
it's-
dogs.
Dude, there's already fucking so many just weirdo people all over the place that are on these drugs.
It drives me crazy to think about it, though, especially with my dad, because my dad is a huge gun advocate, and he is a demographic that's discriminated just as much as, like, a pot smoker is. I mean, if I went to my dad and was like, I think every gun owner is a violent offender, is going to go into a mall and fucking shoot everybody, so guns shouldn't be on the street, he'd be like, you don't fucking know shit about guns. You didn't do your homework. And that's the same thing about crackheads and shit. It's like, you hear blown up stories in the media about crazy crackheads doing bad things and stuff, and everyone's
Like all that bath salt shit.
yeah.
It was just like, oh my god, it's turning people into zombies. So crazy.
We had a conversation earlier about how much communities spend on civil protection against each other. And we think, hey, if we didn't have cops going to all the trailer parks, stopping all the idiots from killing each other, I think we'd be a lot better off. I think Darwin called it natural selection.
Be like the Purge.
The Purge, sure.
You seen previews for the new Purge?
They're
Nope.
making another one?
They're making a second one.
Didn't see the
But
first
you know
one.
the premise for the Purge. It's like they are all moral and principled people for 364 days of the year. And then on that one night, it's only a 12-hour period. They can break any law, even murder. They can even murder each other. But in it, they don't get in trouble. So what would your position be if you were in that world? What would you be on that 12-hour period? I think I would be the fucking...
I wouldn't kill anybody.
I would be out killing. Because if
Oh,
I
yeah.
had to be perfectly good for the entire year and not fucking do anything considered wrong,
I think I'd have to do a bunch of drugs.
you would just do drugs
Drug
on the
night.
Purge night. Just
Oh, I can't even fucking smoke this weed.
that's a pretty pussy Purge night, man. I'd be out. I'd
Well,
be
maybe I'd
murdering.
do
I
like
would
a
join
bunch
the
of
murder.
fucking
I'm in it.
amphetamines and
I'd be in on
You
the
might get
murder.
murdered.
I might get murdered, but I'm a pretty tough guy.
Who's tough guy who does jujitsu?
I'm pretty. Yeah,
You
I do
didn't know.
jujitsu, and
Fact about
I'm
the
like
brother.
bigger
Is
than
that another
average.
career?
I'm bigger than average.
I'm like above average bigness.
I'm smaller than average.
And I have like friends who are pretty big and strong too, and we
Not
would
me.
probably get
Oh,
together and like all go murder people.
Well, I wouldn't get together with you. I'm small and I don't want to kill anybody.
You would get together with me, hoping that I wouldn't kill you and protect you.
Wield some knives.
Maybe I don't
Half
know.
Asian.
There's some tough guys out there. That'd be a really scary night. I'd probably just work on my defense. I'd find a place to
sniper rifle.
hide. I would have a place to hide, honestly.
This does remind me of something, though. When I told my dad about human nature and all that, he was like, well, fucking, you think people murder each other? Like, you think that should be legal? And I was like, I kind of think so in some circumstances. Like, do you think it'd be cool if dueling was legal again? Like, if you could go to, like, the fucking courthouse or whatever and fill out some papers and be like, at a certain age, and be like, I want to fucking kill this guy. and they gave you dueling pistols, and they let you went out, and you both paid a fucking fee, and you both agreed to it, and you had 2 weeks to think about it to change
Found
your
a way to
mind.
tax
Oh
it.
my God, this is crazy.
Wouldn't
Keep
you
going.
think that'd be kind of reasonable? Like at the age of 30,
Ugh.
you could like legally duel somebody if they agreed to it. You had
Getting
2 week
tired of
waiting
all these
period.
motherfuckers.
Well, what I'm stuck on is how everything is legal and you kept the state in control. Like they still stayed
your
there.
dual request is rejected.
Yeah.
That'd be kinda
So
weird,
it
right?
should be like if you're a fucking man and you want to go fucking fight another man, you can just go do that. You don't have to get any sort of permission or
You didn't fill out the forms properly, so now you're a murderer.
yeah,
Right?
you just go for it.
Yeah.
You
don't know.
eliminate the state.
Just do it.
That's just
Kill the state.
yeah. You don't need it. You don't need the help. Just let it happen. See what happens.
But then you'd have crazy people murdering everyone.
You would, and you'd
Serial
have
killers.
you'd have sociopaths would just take advantage of everybody because the majority of people would just kind of agree with them when the sociopaths are fucking them over and they do all the time in real life. But we catch them and they get in trouble.
Unless we
but-
killed all the sociopaths off right away.
Or
Probably
unless
the best
sociopaths
sociopath
are,
would get everybody together and kill all the other ones.
Oh God.
Sociopathical.
That'd be a fun little experiment to have. Just
No.
take away anything.
Let's do that in China.
Oh,
Just
yeah, there you
no
go.
rules.
Hey,
you
China.
can totally just fuck people over all the time. That's what would be probably happening.
I think people are doing that right now.
Yeah, that's called life.
That is what's happening within the structure, but to a lesser extent, because unless you do it right, unless you're actually the guys in government, you eventually get caught. The guys in government don't get caught.
If you're doing it wrong, you're just poor, and nobody cares anyway.
The bankers
There you
don't
go.
get caught as much. If you're doing it at a low level, though, you're risking a lot.
Poverty
So it
level.
eliminates a lot of the lower level shit, and it makes a lot of penalty for lower level shit that is, pretty substantial if you do get caught. So it's a lot riskier. So only the craziest crazies really go for it.
Blacks.
So
Good to know.
so I asked you guys what your position would be. I would be out murdering or just trying to hide myself.
I would have one of those bunker houses full of shit, and I'd hang out.
Dude.
But I'd do that every day,
Marijuana.
I guess.
Bunker houses. Alex is all he's gonna be doing some marijuana.
Maybe murder.
Just
maybe
mar-
a side dish after I come down a little bit.
Would you be in the mood to kill after some marijuana? You would think about it.
usually.
You'd be like, okay,
Haven't you seen Fox News? I
get-
think that's all you want to do on marijuana.
that's true. I believe that.
That and then take naps afterwards.
Go eat some Taco Bell, kill somebody, go home, eat it, go sleep.
Be lazy, but also murder. The lazy murder.
I don't know.
Bombs.
Fox News is kind of coming around. They're not as anti-marijuana as they used to be. They're
They were
like
talking-
they've accepted it pretty
Talking
much.
down.
Once they've seen how much money is going to come in from it, it's
Oh,
pretty
dude, haven't
inevitable.
you heard? People aren't buying enough marijuana in Colorado.
Who said that?
For media.
What does it mean though? What they haven't bought enough? How?
Dude, it means like too many people are using it, but they also haven't bought enough. Think about that.
That's weird.
So
That's a
there's
story.
not enough to go around.
I don't even know, dude. I just read it on the internet.
On Fox
You're a
News.
terrible reporter, Alex.
Reported live from Fox News.
Trying to piece together this
What
story
does the
is like
Fox say?
solving a murder mystery.
They were talking about Berkeley letting low-income families have marijuana for free from certain dispensaries. Dispensaries have to release like 2% of their crop and give it to people on like some low-income list
Why?
for free. They just decided that in Berkeley, that's what's going down.
They already get food stamps.
They've been doing it
dude.
for like
They get
15
weed
years.
Stamps too.
Yeah, one dispensary, but now like all the dispensaries
For
are getting in
medical.
on it for medical purposes.
Okay. Yeah, that
Quote,
makes
unquote.
sense. Yeah.
Free
Well,
health care. Thank you,
As
Obama.
medical as it gets, right?
Yes.
Obama's giving us everything free. He gave
Obama's
us
the
free
pimp
phones.
daddy.
He gave us free health care. He gave
Free
us...
podcast.
Free podcasts.
Ignore that.
Come on down. Tip well down.
He hasn't given me shit, man. He increased my property taxes this year.
Whoa.
Pretty
fucked
upset.
up.
That
Yeah.
fucking black.
Fuck, it's like a 40% property tax increase. Pretty ridiculous if you ask me.
You don't own your property though.
That's thick.
I do own my
ridiculous.
property.
You own your property?
I own this property.
Oh, okay.
I don't own all my properties.
Oh.
But you know what I'm saying. Right, people? Home ownership. Home ownership, the American dream. Spend more money than you make in
Now
like
you're an American.
5 years. All right. So, is this the end of this segment?
Whoa, think I heard a little tune starting up.
Are we going to have to tune out?
Tune up.
Hold for laughs?
For what?
Tune out. All right. Let's see what we got. What do we got? What do we got
Turn
in
it
our
up.
little tune world?
Bring the
Hendrix
noise.
last time.
We had some Hendrix. We
Oh,
started
that reminds me. Have you heard Little Wing? That's a good song.
Oh,
Little
yeah, dude.
Wing.
All
Little
day.
Wing. I want
What's
to learn that.
what's
one.
Little Wing?
It's a
Dude,
Hendrix
Lil Wayne.
song.
Oh, Little Wayne.
Pop, pop.
Little Wayne.
Are you trying to do some sort of fucking I can't understand you joke right now? Because this is gonna kill me.
Nothing different, bro.
This kind of music gets me pissed when I can't understand what's going on.
Oh,
All
I
right?
got it going on
All right.
right now.
We're rolling out, people. We'll be back.
See you later.
Couple more segments.
Unfortunately.
Touch him up. I shoot niggas in the mouth, boy, pump the rock. Sweet succotash, G golly, what the fuck?
Yeah, what's going on?
Pussy rappers come from. I chew 'em up like bubble gum. Yum, yum. Young Weezy, so troublesome. What?
If you don't call him Wheezy,
Two Brothers Podcast is back.
I want to call him that.
Third segment is on.
Shit.
We're
Is
live
on.
and hard and wet.
Bringing it in with Lil Wayne. I'm wet. We touched up the mics a little bit. Can you tell the difference in our voices?
I like to rub my nose on my mic.
I like to rub
Your
my
wet. Is it a
beard
wet
on
nose?
the mic.
Wet nose.
No beards over here, man. You guys both kind of have beards right now, a little bit.
We all three have beards.
Soft beard.
I have
Long
a-
beard.
I have a hard beard.
I just trimmed the shit out of mine. Fucked it all up.
You have the stash.
I got a weird mustache.
What do you call that?
now. I call it a mustache.
Call it the red
But what's the
stash.
whole thing put together?
I don't know. What do you call this?
The Asian hillbilly.
The Asian hillbilly. I call
The
it.
That's a
Asian
good one.
hillbilly.
I like that.
I
We'll
like
keep
that.
that. Okay.
That
I know the news.
Asian hillbilly, is that really what you're going with? I could come up
No.
with 50 better things than that.
Name 17 of those,
You want me to?
at least.
You want me to name 17?
Name 50. Come at
Okay.
me.
All right.
Catherine Zeta-Jones.
I'm not going to
coming.
waste everybody's time by doing what everybody knows I can do.
I want everybody to watch me and my skills of naming beards, different things.
It's a good skill to have.
Terrible skill.
Let's talk about skills.
You know the ones that pay the bills?
Skills that you have. What skills you got, Alex?
Boom. Number 1, jerking guys off.
He comes in with the one-liners pretty good. That's what he's got.
Not this time.
No one-liners for you now.
Toning it down.
He's out of one-liners.
Done being funny. If I ever was.
Oh, so sad. Are you sad? I'm sad.
Little
He made me laugh
sadness.
once.
He used to be really funny.
Nope. Not anymore.
Shit.
Hold it.
Good job, Adam.
No, we're holding it.
I held it.
See, we have confidence. We can hold that pause. Guys, that was not a stumble in the conversation. It was a stare off.
It
Was a pause for a
planned
stare off.
cross
We all
eye.
knew what we were doing. We didn't care if you didn't know what we were doing.
Looking at you with my wrong eyes.
Yeah. You didn't see
Can't
that
you
either.
squirt milk out of your eyes?
I squirt milk out of something.
Yeah, I can squirt milk out of something. Let me show you.
Your titties.
Let me show you where this milk
Your
comes
fucking
from.
Mexican enchiladas.
I know he can do it.
Mexican enchiladas. Oh,
know-
we're gonna eat some Mexican food tomorrow.
Fuck me.
My butt is ready.
Not Betos.
Oh,
Master
I ate
Betos.
Betos like 2 days ago.
Betos.
What'd you get? Anything sexy?
Something called Jose's Burrito.
What was in Jose's burrito?
It was a bunch of burrito shit.
A bunch
I
of
don't fucking
fucking
know,
dirty
Mexican.
meat.
It was like they just scooped up a bucket of Mexican food and wrapped
shrimp.
it up in there.
Jose's burrito.
They just have a tub that says Jose's burrito stuff. They throw it on a tortilla and wrap that bitch up.
I would not eat.
Sometimes they'll use 2 tortillas, double scoop, fucking make that shit so big.
It's the Jose Lopez burrito.
The Jose, they call it the fat Jose when you throw 2 scoops on.
2 scoops of what?
2 scoops of fucking Jose, dude. They have a bucket. It's labeled Jose's stuff, and you put it on the Jose Lopez.
That's fucking disgusting.
It's real nigga shit. Trademark. Hashtag.
Hey,
RNS.
whoa. It's
Oh,
family podcast. family
families.
podcast.
This is a family podcast.
Our families are listening to this podcast.
Wu-Tang is for the kids. I am the ODB. The old dirty bastard. There's no father to my style.
I'm disappointed in how this is going. 100%.
brothers. 2.
It is Two Brothers.
the two brothers.
Oh, Beer Fest.
Let's
Straight on.
Beer Fest or Rick and Morty.
Beer Fest.
Were you gonna tell us something about
Holla.
the Opie and Anthony show?
Oh fuck! We just throw like 3 topics in.
Well,
We
now
just-
what are we gonna do?
let's-
Let's turn it off.
Let's
Cut
go
it.
for all
Cut it.
3 at the
Cut it.
same time.
Cut
I
it.
think we can keep them all 3 going at the same
Dude, we
time.
could do the Oreos podcast. Like if I was an Oreo, I'd be a little black.
Oh, dude, Oreos sound good right now.
Oreos or Oreos?
Oreos.
All right, I got to get back in here because this is fucking painful for our listeners right now.
I'm trying to keep it going while fucking headphones over here.
You guys got to get Red Tip on here though.
Red Tip.
Red
Oh
Tip.
shit, is that the Cash Money?
Yeah.
Oh, god.
dude, he would be the worst guest ever.
He would be
He'd be
just
like,
about
"God,
as
that's
bad
stupid."
as both of you are doing right now.
I'm putting that out there right now.
Shut
if,
up.
If we just want to listen to somebody be stupid, let's get him on the podcast.
All right.
Do we?
Oh, you
I
mean
mean-
another stupid person?
We can do
Oh,
highlights.
was that not directed at Red?
It
Was
was
it?
directed at everybody.
Oh, good.
We're all doing
Collective.
so good.
We're a collective
good and
here.
hard.
Collective. You either like us or you don't like us. You
Shine
don't
your
like
fucking dough.
individuals, right?
Fucking
We're like
cocksuckers.
in sync. We're the 2 brothers.
They
and
came back.
guests. Guests are included
Two
in
brothers
the 2 brothers
and a guest.
and the guest.
Red Man.
The Boise Beer Fest. Come down. It's a good time.
Hit it up, bitches.
Apparently, there's 2 of them now.
Don't get thrown out. Don't call people cocksuckers. Apparently, you're not allowed to do that.
Yeah, you're not
I
allowed
didn't
to.
know
You're
that.
not allowed to just run around and yell at people. Apparently, the cops
Cocksucker.
get on you when you start running around
Cut
naked
your
and
wristband
rampage.
off and say, "Hey, what's going on here?"
Yeah, they, dude, I am kind of pissed off at Beer Fest from my last experience there.
They're cunts, dude.
Last year's Beer Fest?
Yeah, last year's Beer Fest, it was cool. You know, Beer Fest is always cool.
You know, it was way smaller than it's been in recent years.
Yeah.
They cut off like over half of the area of that park.
It
They
was
just made it
smaller.
on the- yeah. it
This
was
year
just
it's going to be
a
smaller, or
walking
last year it was smaller?
This year.
This year's going to be smaller. That's
No,
How
not-
could it be
last year
smaller
was
than it
smaller.
was?
The most recent beer fest
Oh.
was smallest.
Oh, okay. I didn't notice it being smaller, though. You mean
Wait,
like
this
it's
year's
much
Beer
smaller.
Fest already
Like,
happened?
Yeah. Well, no, it happened last year. We have another one here in a month.
coming up,
I think
right?
it's the end of this month.
Probably next month.
Yeah.
We don't have any dates verified or even know if it's actually going to happen.
No, we know
It's
it's
totally
happening.
dude.
Yeah, it's going to happen. But
It's happening, boys.
last year we chinged our cups together and mine got cracked. They give you a little poverty cup,
Oh, the
so
cups
are
fucking small.
pov as a
They
shit.
give you, it's maybe like what, 3 shots worth of beer, like
No,
3
dude,
shot glasses
2
worth
and
of
a
beer.
half, maybe.
You know,
Like, that's
6
how big-
ounces, that's pushing
Well,
it. It's
That's what
probably
you get to
4.5.
test the beers with.
1.5 plus head.
Yeah, so it's pretty
How much
tiny.
head?
But so they give you this. They make you pay like $40
Yeah,
for
they
a
charged
fucking
you
little
40
baby cup.
bucks.
You go through and you sample all the beers. It's a fun time, great time.
That was
it's
like,
worth the money.
That was double what it was last year too. I was super pissed, and I told the bitch there, I was like, "Listen, bitch, last year it was 25. Am I getting more beer this year?" She was like, "It's about the same amount." So I slapped that hoe, and I paid my $40 for my little cup.
Got to give them a slap first. Makes
And
you
I-
feel better.
Went in there and I got wasted.
Yeah, but so anyway, we ching our cups together. They give you the wristband, you get your cup, you get like a stamp. You know, they know you paid. You fucking get a receipt. And my cup got a crack in it, so I couldn't put any more beer in it. It was leaking. I had beer all over my hands, so I'm like, oh, let's go up and ask them for a new cup. They have a whole bunch of boxes of cups. They're like, nope, we can't give you a new cup.
They had about 100 million cups.
And I had my cup there, and I was like, okay, well, let's talk about this. You know, you're the person I paid, and you know, there's all the other people there too. And I have a cup that I paid for, and you know I paid for it, and here you can see it is cracked. Not from anything crazy, it's just cracked. I'm not doing anything wrong. Can I trade cups? And she would not reason at all. And she had to get her little manager to come over. Same story, she wouldn't reason at all. What kind of
What a bitch.
situation is that?
Bitches acting up is the situation.
We've had people stealing cups in the past, and I was like, I understand that.
It's
That's
probably
why you
'cause
have
I
all
slapped
these
her in the
precautions,
face.
so you can be sure people aren't stealing cups. I bought a cup. My cup is now cracked. I want to continue to stay at the beer fest and talk about how cool beer fest is to all the people that listen to my podcast. And she would not do it.
They were like, "Nigga, you don't got no podcast."
That's when I came up with the idea.
I only remember seeing you for like 2 minutes of that Beer Fest.
I'm gonna fuck this lady over.
I hardly even remember this beer fest.
Yeah, that beer fest was nuts.
It was a good
I
one.
don't. Were you there, Red?
Yeah.
What happened, dude?
I drank beer.
What'd I do?
What did you do?
Oh, I
I don't
know.
know. I don't know what you did.
I lost my wallet afterwards, I think.
That's good stuff.
No, that was a couple year ago beer fest.
couple year fest.
So you can, as your
Didn't you
listeners can
punch
tell,
a guy at one of them?
Yeah, you did. Didn't you get punched?
No.
That guy wanted to punch you, but you're too big. He would have punched you if you were small. I guarantee it. The way that guy was standing before.
What are you even talking about?
The guy that you fucked with.
This
Fucked
last
a guy?
guy?
You were fucking with that guy.
Yeah.
And he was like in your face, and you were just like, I'm just big and drunk. And
I was talking mad shit to that guy.
Oh, I wasn't.
I told him to suck my cock. I got kicked out. Why do you think I got kicked out?
for being a big drunk guy.
I was too drunk. No, I wasn't.
What were you
I wasn't
doing?
even near drunk enough.
Drunk at Beer Fest?
I
How
coulda
dare you?
Peed all over the place.
That's just
That would have been cool. You would
That
have got
fucking
in
Jules
trouble.
M. Kleiner statue. I'd have peed all in its mouth.
that thing is chaos as people leave. Just everybody
Terrible. It's a fucking
heading
rampage.
out of there. Just drunk people all
Driving.
over the park.
Bunch of drunk drivers just leave this park.
you guys just have 5,000 people on the park. Why is the grass matted down?
I don't know why they have so many restrictions on holding events like that. Why is it
People
so
are
hard
stupid.
to have an event with a whole bunch of
All right,
people
let's
getting
just
drunk
do
and
it
crazy?
downtown. Fucking
Downtown beer fest.
hardcore, balls deep, drinking beer, sluts. Tell me more.
Two Brothers.
Dildo.
Another classic from the Two Brothers.
It's getting hot in here.
All right, so we've covered one of our topics. Our next topic, Anthony Cumia. And we all know the story,
Cameo.
right? Everybody
I
knows
I
the
haven't heard about
Anthony,
this.
Opie and
Yeah, let's
Anthony's
hear a little bit about
Anthony
this.
Cumia story. He got fired from the Opie and Anthony show for I don't know what you would call the situation, but he was out taking pictures of downtown, and he got this lady in one of the pictures, and she turned around and got mad at him for taking her picture apparently, and they start having a yelling match, and Anthony gets all pissed off, goes on Twitter, goes on a rant, and apparently this lady's black, and some of his comments are considered racist by a lot of people just if you read them out of context, and media kind of picked up on it and started, everybody started slamming on him, and Sirius, his employer, decided to fire him due to the pressure.
What station did he work at?
Sirius XM, I don't know the exact number of the station. But yeah, so now they have the Opie and Jim show. It's going to start on Monday.
And Jim,
We'll see what they do.
the
But
Megabot.
yeah, I guess the controversy is, should he have got fired for fucking ranting on Twitter when that's what he does on his radio show all the time, and how hypocritical is it of Sirius to have fired him for doing what they pay him to do?
Pussies.
Yeah.
But this wasn't just on the radio. This was real life, and you can't act like that in real life, dude. Just on the radio being silly. Don't you know that?
Yeah. Well, that is how he is on the show. I can't think of what the YouTube channel is. It's Logan Not Highest Primate's YouTube channel. He has he just put up like a best of Anthony Cumia. It's like 3 hours of literally him just yelling and screaming at people.
I feel like Logan Lowest Primate would have been a better name for him.
Logan not highest primate.
Yeah, lowest.
Yeah. Well, he had
It's the same
Logan.
thing.
Well, what happened was he had Logan highest primate was his thing, and then he started a new one. So now he's Logan not highest primate. I don't know. That's just what I think. Maybe it's another
Maybe
guy.
he's taking number 2.
Maybe Logan
Second primate.
was not a primate, and he just wanted to make that known. And then there's also a Logan who is the highest primate.
I took a shit before we started this podcast.
Jewish primate.
He did take a shit.
How was the shit?
pre-podcast
Did I
shit.
miss this? Did we film it?
No, he just told
No
me about
filming.
it. He
Okay,
said it was
no filming.
He said it was really smooth and long.
Excellent.
Can you confirm that?
That's false.
Oh,
How was it?
It was like medium and kind of soft.
softy.
Medium and soft. Those are nice poops.
Not too strenuous. You can just relax.
Yeah.
Just let it flow.
Do you guys want to see what's on the radio right now? You want to hear?
The radio.
It's probably rap
radio.
music.
See what we got?
I don't want to hear any black stuff.
That's black stuff, man.
Dude, this isn't even black stuff.
This is totally anti-black.
Sorry for bringing that in so hard on you guys. That was a steep increase in volume.
I almost exploded.
You said fat fingered
On
that
impact.
one. Fat fingered it. That's a good song to talk about.
Chub Rock,
That-
right?
What song is that?
I think that is that's the Over My Head song.
By
The Over My Head
By
song.
Nathan Lane, right?
No, it's by the
Jasmine?
Fray. It's by the Fray.
No,
Oh,
it's
I don't
not.
fucking listen to
The
Fray.
Fray.
Dude.
They
Come
don't. They
on.
do like
Coldplay.
they overdo like intros to like serious shows like Grey's Anatomy and
Office.
Oh man, Grey's
Do they do
Anatomy.
stuff like
Let's
The
talk
Office,
about
too?
that. Let's just get some Greys in here.
I've never seen that show.
Like, what about the lesbians? Am I right, guys?
they do have the two lesbian surgeons. The two lesbian surgeons.
You
are
know
like,
they're just rubbing their vages together.
Scissor and
Scissor action.
Yep, they
I don't
found
know
each
if you
other.
guys have seen the South Park where Mrs. Garrison scissor bangs all the lesbians, but I
And she
imagine it
leads-
would be something like that.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
That's
Yeah,
an
that was a-
excellent episode because they had the 300 parody.
It was
in
300
too.
too,
Yeah, the
yes.
Lesbos,
The
300
fucking
Lesbos,
Persians with the Persian rugs
and the Persians.
and the drapes. Hookah shit.
Why was she going around scissoring everybody though?
Dude, because she's fucking horny les, bro. That's what they do.
Is it
I
because
assume that's what
lesbro?
all lesbros do.
wasn't that like right after her sex change?
No, that was pretty late after that.
Oh, was it because she broke up with Mr. Slave?
She was never with Mr. Slave,
I
was
don't,
she?
I don't even
Yeah.
know what you're talking about, dude.
Because there was something that pissed her off and made her just want to be like a super hardcore like lesbo advocate.
Mr. Slave's a gay dude, though, isn't he?
I know. I think he had a. Oh no, Mr. Slave was gonna get married. Maybe is that what it was?
Oh,
I
it
don't
could have
remember.
been, but that could have been a different episode
Yeah,
also.
that definitely was an episode. But yeah, the 300 parody and that was excellent, excellently done. South Park's probably the greatest show ever made.
Dude, and then the Persian king was a chick and she was a lesbian.
And then they scissored
Scissor.
and they showed it.
Oh, scissor me timbers.
South Park and Tosh are two shows you don't want to watch with like people that don't have that sense of humor.
People
'cause
that
it's just
suck.
the most awkward thing in the world because they show such weird shit and you can just see everybody in the room cringing up and like, oh, I can't laugh at this.
We're talking about you, Christ fags.
This isn't even.
Yeah.
This isn't even funny to me. I'm just feeling weird at
I'm
this
just
point.
grossed out because I don't even do that type of stuff. Like, what's that even? What is that? Like, how's it like?
Do you think it is a religious thing, or do you think it's
A
they're
lot of
just
them, I bet.
two? Well,
Brothers.
aside from little kids, two brothers.
Two little brother.
How dare you bring us off on this tangent right out here in Two Brothers?
Stop. We're in Two Brothers
Two-
land now.
Two
In other
Brothers
words.
world. Yeah, everybody's getting that Two Brothers reference though, and they're posting the Two Brothers, and they're coming.
I'm coming. I already came. Sorry.
And they just post that video and they're like, this is awesome. And then they don't watch my video.
You're like, fuck this
Fuck.
guy.
Yeah. They don't even care that we rep that Rick and Morty all the time because
Oh,
that
we
show
know.
is fucking sick.
Sick dick.
You've seen Rick and Morty, right, Red?
I have not.
You fucking haven't seen Rick and Morty?
I don't even know what to say.
How the fuck has Red not seen
I'm
Rick
at a
and Morty?
loss.
We're going to have him sit here and watch all the episodes
Yeah,
before he
we're
can
gonna have to just
podcast anymore.
shut this podcast down and Rick and Morty for the rest of the day.
Like, we can fucking spoilers it for him, but
peace out.
seriously, I think that is one of the greatest shows ever created. And it's only had one season.
It's a hard show.
And if you don't know what we're talking about, Rick and Morty is a cartoon show on Adult Swim, and season 1 is available online. If you just Google around, you can find it there.
AdultSwim.com.
Yeah, Adult Swim
Shout
actually
out.
just has it out there, and you can watch it with limited commercials. It's a funny show, very clever, and you can't explain it. How would you explain that
Can't
show?
even explain it, dude. It's about this alcoholic grandpa that loves his grandson, and they like to go on crazy adventures that often result in hilarious consequences.
Yeah, the grandpa's like a mad scientist. It's kind of like Back to the Future, and then it's kind of like that dynamic between.
But there's not
Doc
much time
and-
travel.
There's a they don't time
There's
travel.
some interdimensional
Yeah, they
travel.
travel dimensions much more than they time travel. But they do time travel, and the show goes deep. The show
Deep.
goes really deep.
deep and hard.
It's
It'll
freaking.
freak you the fuck out.
It's not like simple-minded shit like what we're giving you right here.
Do
If you're,
some mushrooms.
if you're listening to this
wash
and this
your show.
entertains you, you probably wouldn't like Rick and Morty because we're way too crazy for you.
Yeah, we're way too intense for you to handle. So you probably aren't even listening anymore by now, though. But
Nope. But for real though,
fuck those guys anyway.
the Two Brothers definitely endorse Rick and Morty.
Two
Awesome show.
Brother.
Awesome show. We'll force anybody that's gonna be a guest
Force it in ya?
must watch
Force
Rick
it
and
upon
Morty.
ya.
Morty.
Bodybuilding.com. Shout out.
Don't fucking shout out to bodybuilding.com. They don't give two fucks what you
Shouting
say.
it out. We'll cut that out.
Bodybuilding.com. MISC. You got
Free stuff.
the
Free stuff.
majority of bodybuilding.com forum is terrible. Really is. But the MISC is just a glimmers, twilight. It's just a diamond in the rough.
It's a blowjob of hope.
So many cool guys on that forum. So many. Can't begin. There's a cool guy on
Oh
forum
shit,
1.
dude! We got the cool guy shout out.
Cool guy on forum
All the
2.
cool guys in the MISC.
You got that third cool guy. I don't know.
Not,
I think that's all the cool guys I can
not
think
you
of right
fucking
now.
all negged.
Nah, but we'll have to have some guests come in. Some of our cool guys from
Some of
bodybuilding.com.
those cool guys.
We'll have them do a call in. We'll Skype them in or we'll call them in. They'll have some shit to speak. Some speak shit.
They'll
All right.
speak of shit.
I think that's the end of this, you guys.
I'm finished with
We're
it.
going to turn down for what?
Already did.
Going to turn down for what?
Already done.
Turning down.
Scatter.